Hi guys, good evening and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I will be discussing what I thought of that mind-bending, mystical, and shocking new episode of Lovecraft Country. Wow. Holy God. Okay, before I talk on and on too much about it, please be warned this is a spoiler, and I mean spoiler-filled episode review. So if you've not seen the second episode of Lovecraft, do not keep watching or listening, as I will be discussing giant spoilers, plot details, and all that jazz. That being said, you have been warned. Let's jump right back into it. This episode, I feel like it was the mesh. If the movies Get Out, Doctor Strange, and Midsummer had all met each other and had a three-way, this episode would be a result of that three-way. Because those were the vibes, tones, and just overall mood I was getting from this episode was a combination of those three things. Get Out, Midsummer, and Doctor Strange. It was a combination of a creepy, scary cult, people being trapped at the headquarters of a creepy, scary cult, white people being mysteriously treated by white people in a very overtly kind and suspicious way, much like Get Out. And then, of course, the mysticism, the magic, the sorcery that went into the ceremony of Adam and trying to achieve immortality by, opening up some portal thing, kind of like Doctor Strange in the Marvel Cinematic Universe when he does this and he creates a portal, trying to open up a portal to the Garden of Eden or something like that. Just a really, fantastical episode. Fantastical in a sense that it was very mystical and, it was a very like I said, a mind-bendy, what is real, what isn't real type of episode. And I really enjoyed it quite a bit. I was delighted, of course, to see two of those creatures reappear, as brief as it was. And then we got an answer to the question we were wondering since the premiere episode, who or what called them away when we heard that high-pitched whistle go off. Was that like the high-pitched whistling of another creature, or is that like somebody blowing into a whistle? And it turns out this Order of the Ancient Dawn had the ability to blow this whistle and call the creatures back from attacking anyone. Okay, that's handy. And then what I also thought was very surprising is how quickly they wrapped up the missing father storyline. So it's like they took Montrose in order to lure Atticus there because they needed Atticus in order to perform this ritual and achieve immortality, or at least that they wanted to, until Atticus, destroyed them all and escaped and the house imploded on itself. Unfortunately, that did leave Uncle George succumbing to his wounds because in exchange, the leader, Samuel, the guy with the glasses, would have healed George much like they healed Letty once Atticus had done his part for the ceremony, but with Samuel and the other order members dead, Uncle George died as well. However, I'm not entirely willing or convinced that he's dead, like gone. He may be absent for the next episode or the next 2 or 3 episodes, but I feel like based on what this show has now established, that magic and sorcery exist in this world, a world that also has supernatural creatures running around, I feel like there's a good chance that if you die, at least if you're a main character, you can be brought back to life. So as upsetting as it was to see Uncle George die, and of course the heartbreaking reactions of Letty, Montrose, and above all Atticus, I'm not entirely sold or willing to believe he's gone. So I may be wrong. Maybe time will tell. But like I said, I thought the whole missing father storyline would stretch all the way to the end of season 1. Like that's when they find him. But apparently not. Second episode, they find him. They discover the history or secret of their birthright. How one of their ancestors was basically, taken or raped by the slave owner. And that's how they were somehow familial connection to this Order of the Ancient Dawn, and that's why they needed Atticus. Either way, it was a great episode, super entertaining, awesome performances by our trio, of course. Everybody did a great job, and I loved how reminiscent and familiar it was of the movies I mentioned. It was like Get Out, Midsummer, and Doctor Strange all rolled into combined into one beautiful WTF moment-filled episode like this one, and I can't wait for the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I did. What did you think of it? I want to hear your thoughts and your opinions down below. Oh, and we also got a tease that maybe Montrose isn't Atticus's father after all. It's possible it might be George or someone else based on the conversation we saw between George and his brother, where he's like, he may not be yours, and then Montrose got all defensive. So we learned a new interesting detail about Atticus. Let's see how that pans out. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great rest of the weekend. And don't forget, new episodes of Lovecraft Country drop on HBO every Sunday night. Have an awesome night, everybody. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.